Man, welcome to another Tuesday night Fighting's Final on It's a Rap Sports Network. And the Phillies lose again on a Tuesday night. It is Steve. Welcome. Uh yeah, offense doesn't show up for Ranger on a brilliant night. Pitching for Ranger up until that solo shot by Hummel in the 8th inning. That was all she wrote for this one. And 0 for 7. The Phillies go with runners in scoring position. Um, this was a pitcher's duel tonight. And the Phillies had their opportunities against Valdez, and Ranger was great. He was great defensively on the mound. Had those two solid defensive snags. He deserves a Gold Glove. Give it to him now. But 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, and this is what we all fear in October, right? When the Phillies get to the postseason, right? Because they're a playoff team. It's just frustrating that you have such an amazing pitching rotation, and you get these nights where the bats they had enough. They had enough to be able to get. All you needed was two tonight. And they couldn't go out and get that. And I'll emphasize it. Keep emphasizing. 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. Valdez, who has the Phillies number, I feel like they had their chances against him. They definitely had their chances against him. But Ranger has had a real good season so far. What do you do with him? What sort of haul can you get back for him in a trade? Or do you hold on to him for the rest of the season? Is there a way? I would love for him to be back next season. Is there a way? I don't think so. I think it's too hard because of what you're paying Nola. But he had a rough sixth inning. There's no outs. I think that there's runners on first and second. They were able to get the double play, and I don't know, it might have been on the corners. I don't know. And then he got Paredes out struck him out looking, and got out of that 6th inning. And I'm thinking, all right, just got to get one. Just go out and get one. I didn't mind him coming out in the 8th, but yeah, another. What do you want? You go seven in 2 innings, 4 hits, the earned run on the homer by Hummel, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts on 101 pitches, brings his ERA down to 2.08. Let's get in. The comments are rolling in. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, it's a Rap Sports Network. Phillies lose 1-0. Let's dive in. Hubert Gaffney Racing chiming in. If you don't think Thompson is the problem this game, should fire him indefinitely. And you're always on the, and I'm usually with you, Hubert, with the firing on Robbie. I personally think, and I know it was lefties, but Kennedy And Rojas, I wrote down in my notes. You mean to tell me that Marsh and Stott, couldn't have given more offensively tonight than what Kennedy and Rojas gave you? I mean, they're both just as serviceable defensively, but they got to get these at bats. First, these left-handers. Now, it's just Star Wars. What's going on? Kennedy sucks on offense. Yeah, absolutely. Ranger, and he deserves to be mad. 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. He deserves to be mad. What's going on, Joe? What's going on, Joe? Thanks for sharing out the stream a little bit earlier. Tough loss. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. Barb, what's going on? Hi, Steve. Another great hitting display by this bunch. And I can feel the sarcasm in this one because it's true. They got enough hits to get you, and they had 7 runners in scoring position to get you at least 2. To get you at least 2 tonight. Because now those 2 plays that Ranger had defensively, that he played them off so cool, like he laughed them off, like he does them all the time. Such a great night for Ranger that is wasted. Ranger pitched good. Yeah, Joe, he did. He pitched better than good. Valdez was hittable. Steve, people still want the Phillies to trade for starting pitchers or bring up minor leaguer pitchers when the problem was and still is the everyday lineup. It's poor. And right now it's like the bottom. I actually would have liked to seen Otto Kemp up higher in the lineup. Maybe put him ahead of Nick and see what would have happened. But that bottom of the lineup is just horrible. Horrible. Um I got 2 guys trade targets. Center fielder Cedric Mullins and left fielder or center fielder Mullins from Baltimore, and then from Boston, Jaron Durant. I'm looking at those 2 guys who be serviceable out there in the outfield and could use a change of scenery. Who I would welcome them in a heartbeat to Philadelphia. Star Wars Ranger could have had a no-hitter. Then they jinxed him. Yeah, of course. Don't even mention it. You don't even bring it up when a pitcher's got it on the line. But no, what, that got broken up in the 5th, I think. They got the 6th they gave up when he struggled. They gave up those they got their first 2 hits. Mickey Delaney, what's going on? Hi, Hubert. Oh, okay. You guys are chatting in the comments. Joe, I think the Otto Kemp experiment is over for me. I want James Duran here now. Yeah. I like Otto Kemp. I think he brings a spark. You can obviously play him in multiple positions. I think he's got a very serviceable bat. He hasn't had the home run success that he had when he was down with the Iron Pigs, but I'm still not. The Otto Kemp experiment isn't over for me yet. Not quite yet. Michael, what's going on tonight? Phillies got a real. The Phillies got to see a real closer and hater who is 2020 in save opportunities this season. Hey, Robbie, take notes. Yeah, there's a few closers out there. I haven't dove deep into the closers yet for in the trade market yet. That's my next thing I got to look up, Michael. Barbara, if the Astros didn't make those errors, it would have looked even worse for the Phillies lineup. Yeah, and at one point they had more errors than they did hits. The Astros. Um, what a home run by Hummel, though. I mean, what a timely hit. You wish that the Phillies would have those timely at bats like Hummel. The manager is an idiot, but he doesn't swing the bats. No, no, I get you. It's I just there's no way that Martian Stott couldn't have given you more offensively, and that's what you needed tonight. You needed more offense um, than you did defense because Ranger was your defense. You know what he did tonight. It's it's a shame they can't get they couldn't get the W for him. And look, Star Wars is pissed. He is pissed. All caps. Ranger pitched his heart out. His teammates did not help him at all. Not tonight. Not tonight. Valdez versus right-handers. 210 versus or 210 versus left-handers. 260. How do you start all right-handers? Yeah, those are the minor. Those are the details. Those are the little details you can't overlook. And Hubert, you are on it with those details. Michael, also Max Kepler was on the bench to pit it. You know what? Absolutely, there were options. You didn't just have to stick with Rojas. I mean, you had. Imagine if you could have gotten Rojas. What he was up. He was up on the count 2-0 on that last at bat. And then I don't know what type of pitch it was thrown, but it was high. It looked like a fastball, high, and he swung and he fouled it off. Now it would have been a ball. Now he's looking at 3-0, and then you got Trey Turner coming up. If Rojas can get on base, and who knows then? But it's a great point, Michael. Could have used some pitch hitters. No execution, no management, no. And just like what Michael just said, there's no adjustments. There's no adjustments going on at all. Ricky is watching. What's going on, Ricky? I like that boat in your picture. Star Wars. Yeah. Whit Merrifield had a very specific observation and shout out to Philadelphia in his retirement announcement today. We love you, Whit. Enjoy. Yeah. What did he? I had it up. I had it up on Twitter. Let me see if I can find this real quick. No, I can't. But it was funny. It was something along the lines like he loved it here, but he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. So whatever. But yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty funny. Hubert on the out at home. Why is Kemp running on contact? 1 out. Oh yeah, that it was bad. I mean, and even Valdez kind of. Oh no, that was an earlier play. No, that I agree with you. It was he didn't need to run there, and maybe that's where why Joe his comment earlier. He's done with the Otto Kemp experiment. Maybe those are the little things that he needs to work on up in the big leagues is that base running and being more aware of that. But yeah, I mean that's a run right there. Possibly there's no need for him to run there. Steve Arcup is just a guy. He's nothing special. I can tell already. Yeah, I don't think he's anything. special bar, but I think he's definitely serviceable. His lack of the amount of the amount of home runs that he was hitting with the Iron Pigs, and the lack of home run hitting that he's had in his few games that he's had the opportunity to tell me that yeah, he's nothing special. Serviceable though, and I think could be a rotational guy. Um, he's got some power on his hits though. I'll tell you that much. The problem is the lineup and the Thompson. Yeah. The second part, I'm with you. In the lineup. In the lineup. Oh no. No. I know he's not coming. I'm sure it's against the popular opinion, but I would give up McAble. I would give up. You're going to have to give up one of those prospects. Abel, Crawford. Do you give up Justin Crawford? Do you give up the prospects for a guy that won the All-Star Game MVP last year, who's dying to get every day at bats? I don't know. I'm not big on if you're not going to play the prospects, why do you use them as trade bait? So JD Martinez is our Michael JD Martinez is out there as a free agent. His stats from last season: 235, 16 home runs, 69 RBIs. In 2023, he batted 271, 33 home runs, 103 RBIs, a bopper on the bench. Yeah, he's another guy. I just don't know if his best. I mean, his best days are definitely behind him. But is he? But are they going to really make a move? Do we really see them making a splash? I remember in the offseason, Buster Olney was like, "Oh, the Phillies are going to be making a splash in free agency this year," and I'm just afraid they're not going to make any sort of moves. Hubert Kemp is okay. He's okay. He's okay. He did. He did make a good catch on the left. And what? This is his second game out there playing left. So he's just not good on the road. He's okay at home. We need you. We need a guy, everyday guy. Need an everyday guy. Rob Thompson sent Kemp, Sosa, Kennedy, and Rojas to visit harder. Jackass plays stupid, win stupid prizes. Tired of Taylor Swift management. Tired of the shake it off. See what I did there? Shake it off, man. Shake it off. Taylor Swift management. Well, I'm behind on these comments. Let's see. Steve, the organization will always protect Stott by not playing him against better pitchers, and it just I can't stand it because it's how are you going to get better if you? I can't stand like the one trick pony sort of deal. You know, let him get the at bats versus the lefties. Stop trying to protect these guys. It's just so frustrating. You can't get in a rhythm. Just like your bullpen, there's no consistent rotation. No one knows who's going up first. It's frustrating. Fire him. Fire him. Hubert. I love your Hubert, who would you replace him with? Who would you bring in to to manage them and light a fire under their ass in games like this, where you need one run, you need 2 runs, you need 2 runs, one to extend this game. Who are you bringing in? Joe Harper needs to be back here soon. Kennedy needs to be sent down. Yeah, and I saw something that he's what 50 doing 50 swings. He's in the cage doing some stuff, but Robbie said he doesn't see him being activated in Houston. So I don't even see him being activated for the Braves. I can see him July 4th weekend. Who do they have? The Padres, I believe. But that's when I see happening with Harper. Robbie don't know how to make a feel for the game. Robbie doesn't know how to make a feel for the game, baseball adjustments outside of analytics. Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on analytics. I hate analytics. It's great for reference and it's a great for having a baseline and an idea, but at the end of the day, do what your eyes tell you. And I think we all see what the hell's going on with all of our eyes, with our own eyes. That's a bench coach. Oh yeah, we don't use nothing. Give whatever you need to get Duran. Duran is better than anything. Yeah, that's between him and Mullins, Cedric Mullins. Those are the 2 guys that I had in mind to fix that outfield. In the outfield, yep. Star Wars is actually something I've been thinking about. Often is Bryce when slumping the wink link. Should the Phillies have given Nola the new contract? Will it matter come playoffs that Alvarado? Yeah. Well, and this is my fear in when it comes to uh the playoffs is do they have the bats? And no, the Phillies should not have given Nola that new contract. But hindsight is 2020. So, at the time, it I can't remember what I thought of it at the time, but hey, no, I agree. It's going to take more than Abel. It's going to take a few prospects. I mean, maybe you got to give up the catcher. I can't think of his name right. I got off the top of my head. Maybe you got to give up the prospect, the catcher for the Iron Pigs. So it's going to take more than just Abel. But I don't know if um I don't know with what Abel's shown. He's even on teams' targets or yeah, on radar anymore. Nola returning to this rotation is key to sending Abel to the pen or trade block. Yeah, and what Nola just got put on, extended on the 60-day now. So I don't know when's his return. Let me look at this. Is there an injury report? No, I don't have it. Hold on. Seen enough of Kennedy. We all have. We actually haven't seen much. He had a few. He had that good catch at first on that double play where he was able to hold on to the ball in that 6th from Sosa when they got that double play. But no, I don't want to see. I don't want to see any more of Kennedy. Michael Matt Stairs' only job was to hit a home run, as Uncle Charlie said. So JD Martinez's only job is to hit a home run and be the man. Hey, it would have been nice to have him tonight, right? Get that home run. It's all you need. Larry Bowa right now until they get the right one. Good interim coach, manager, right? Not long term, but interim manager until they get the right one. I hear you. Ryan Swoop, what's going on? Thanks for checking in tonight. Phillies hitters once again can't pick up their pitcher. who made one mistake all game. And it's a shame. Costly mistake, but it's unfortunate that it's the mistake you can't afford to make when your batters are 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. So, before we get into more of these comments, let me go over this box score. Not much to it, right? Not much to it. Let's see. Schwarber, Bohm, and go 0 for 3. JT, Kennedy, and Rojas go 0 for 4. Turner, Nick, and get hits, and then Sosa, he went 2 for 3. He was probably your best batter of the night. And then for Houston, a lot of 0 for 3s. Paredes, Altuve was quiet tonight, 0 for 3. Myers 0 for 3. Walker was 0 for 3, and Dubon was 0 for 3. Hummel, obviously, the hero for Houston tonight. He gets the home run in the 8th inning off of Suarez. Valdez goes 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 92 pitches total. His ERA, I'm not sure what it was before, but it's at 2.88 now. Abreu comes in, pitches an inning, gets a strikeout, 12 pitches in his inning, and Hader closes it out when the 9th, gets 2 strikeouts and 14 innings, or 14 pitches. And the Phillies pitchers, of course, Ranger Suarez has the brilliant game tonight. We went over his already. Got 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 7 Ks, and then Kirkering comes in. He gets hit once and picks up 1 strikeout. And with that, I'm going to just go ahead and hop right into the Broad Street bottom line. All right, tonight's Broad Street bottom line. I think it's pretty simple. When the bats don't come alive, or the bats don't come up when you need them, this is what you get on brilliant nights from Ranger and another brilliant night from someone else on this pitching staff. We've seen it, or this pitching rotation. We've seen it night in and night out. You just need 1 or 2 runs sometimes with this for these pitchers, and you can't even get that. So, and it's my biggest fear for October when you're going up against stellar, elite pitchers, the best teams in the league. That you're not going to be able to get it done. These are the games and the times now, right? Houston hasn't lost a series since May 21st. And you got the Phillies, who have done well. Won 2 out of 3 with the Cubs. Won 3 out of 3 versus the Blue Jays. 3 out of 4 versus the Marlins. 2 out of 3 versus the Mets. And then you get a team equal to your talent, your record, and this is what you get. You got a pitching duel, and Valdez won the pitching duel, and it sucked. And that's my Broad Street bottom line. That it has to change. You got to be able to get run support in these close games, because these are going to be the type of games you play in the playoffs. So and Hummel was their all-star. Yeah, I cannot believe the Phillies lost to the Cheaters. Yeah, they needed trash cans tonight. They didn't need trash cans tonight. Duran is another left-handed bat, isn't he? Knight, right-handed guy. Let me see. I had it up earlier. I have to dive deep. What do you want? Facebook? Yeah, I'll comment back on it. Tate. Don't like that Kevin Long is the hitting coach. I don't think any of us do. Star Wars. I don't think any of us do. Thompson is afraid of offending his players, so he won't pitch hit for Kennedy or Rojas in key spots since they're in the game. Well, I'll tell you one guy he's not afraid of offending. Nick Castellanos. He's not afraid of offending him. Now, I would look at Larry Bowa as interim or outside the organization, Dusty Baker. Dusty, always good interim. I don't know about full time, but I see what you're saying for interim. Larry Bowa, and I've heard a few people talk about Larry Bowa. Read a few social media posts and all that. Kennedy is okay too. His speed is needed. His metrics are good. It's the management. You want to see him keep getting his chances. Keep getting his chances, Hubert, Buddy Kennedy. Phillies hitters once again can't pick up their pitchers who made one. Oh, yep. Okay, so that's where we left off at. The Broad Street bottom line is it's time to fire Robbie. I don't see it happening now. Not at this point in the season. I feel like if it does happen, it'll happen in the off season. I don't see them doing it now. Need. Yeah. Hopper always also starts 2 to 3 bench guys in one game rather than spread them out. He never just starts one bench guy at a time. Why? His analytics. So what does analytics tell him to do? That's what I'm guessing. But it I would have liked to seen Marsh and Stott or Kepler at some point tonight. Pitch hitting or whatnot. All right. Well, that's the end of the comments for now. And yeah, I'd appreciate everyone commenting and chiming in. This is It's a Wrap Sports Network. This is the Fightins final. Phillies lose 1-0. Let's go around the bases and check out the scores around the league. All right, well, let's go over the ones that are active right now. Marlins are up on the Giants 3-0, top of the fifth, 2 outs. Nationals and the Padres are tied up at 3 in the bottom of the fifth. Red Sox and Angels. The Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. They're in the top of the 6th right now, and the Dodgers have an 8-4 lead over the Rockies, and that one is in the bottom of the 8th. So those are your 4 games that are still going on. And let's go over these games that are final. The Cardinals beat the Cubs 8-7. The Rays, beat the Royals 5-1. Mariners get a narrow win over the Twins 6-5. Brewers, they beat the Pirates 9-3. Diamondbacks 4-1 over the Chicago White Sox. The Reds beat the Yankees in 11. innings, 5-4. The Braves continue to climb up in the standings in the East. They beat the Mets 7-4. Mets, pretty bad. Pretty bad right now. Blue Jays put up 10 runs on the Guardians. They get the 10-6 win. Tigers get 11 runs as they beat the Athletics 11-4. The Rangers, they get the 1-run win over the Orioles 6-5 in 10 innings. And of course, the game we just talked about, Astros get the 1-0 win over the Phillies in Ranger Suarez. Brilliant night. Brilliant night. So yeah, let's dive back into some of these comments. Trying to see where I left off. Here we go. Mets have lost 12 out of 13. Only game they won was here in Philadelphia, and the Phillies are 2-4 against the Mets this year, while the Mets are 0-6 against the Braves. Why? It's a wild NL East. It's a wild NL East, and it's nice to see the Mets. I mean, they're dealing with injuries right now. Atlanta was dealing with injuries earlier on in the season. I think they're too far out, but I'll take them. I will take them beating up on the Mets and on nights like this when the Phillies lose, maintain that game and a half lead that they had. Topper always starts. No, if I had my call for a manager, I would hire Ozzie Guillen as full time. As Ozzie is a really good manager. Ozzie Guillen, what a name. Barb, okay, Steve, you stopped reading and left out my comments for 15. So later. Sorry, Barb. There's a lot coming in. A lot of them coming in today. Brandon Marsh is a better player than Rojas is. That's the truth at this point. Yeah. I mean, Marsh, he was on an 8-game hit streak not too long ago. So yeah. So no, I would have really liked to have seen somebody other than Rojas and Kennedy at the end try and get a hit. Good show. Thanks, Mike. I get not putting Marsh in because it's lefty on lefty. But I would have felt better with Marsh. Like I would have felt better with anybody in the box besides Johan. Send him down for my damn sanity. Yeah, no, it's all right. That's it on the comments. All right. Hey, thank you everyone for tuning in and commenting. Phillies lose 1-0. Again, the Houston Astros haven't lost a series since May 21st. So it'll be interesting to see if the Phillies can pull out these next two and get the series win tomorrow night. Let's see, who do we have on the call for tomorrow night? Pat Gobbler. Be on Wednesday and Thursday to wrap up the series. You'll have Matty B. No Matty B, I guess not tonight, but normally you can catch him Sunday through Thursday at 10 p.m. or after the Fighting's final for the final word with Matty B. Thursdays, you can find myself and Pat talking Union, the attacking third, Thursdays at 9 p.m. And then Fridays, Pat, he's everywhere. He lives, eats, and breathes this. The wraparound, 10:30 on Fridays. Pat talks about the week that was in Philadelphia sports and guides you into the weekend for you late night. And then Sunday mornings, Pat Bernard and Mike Lauro, P&M in the AM, to make sure you guys are tuning in to everything that we got over here at the It's a Wrap Sports Network. For me, I'm out. Go Phils, ring the bell. Got to get some hits. Night, everyone.